The outdoor game. Yeah. No doubt. That gets right down to it. Yeah. We can't win at home. We can't win on the road. We better be able to win at the neutral site in Falcon Stadium because I'm flat out running out of places to play. Right? Yeah. Well, that's the bad news. We couldn't find a way to get a win on the weekend, and you know what? Like I come in here and like I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood, and I shouldn't be in a good mood. I mean, we're in the winning business, and we're not winning right now. But our kids are giving it everything they got. We're short. We're right down to the bare minimum of guys to be able to dress. We're optimistic we're going to be able to get Matt Pulver back for this weekend. But we're right down to the bare minimum of guys. We dressed 8 first-year players over the weekend, and they're giving it everything they got. Toll's up there and watching. Toll's got a good eye. Toll's a good hockey man. For a guy from Walsenburg, got to be the greatest hockey man ever from the city of Walsenburg. Is that a fair statement there, Garno? Yes. Yeah, he is you are the resident hockey expert of Walsenburg. But
we're going to have a Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. And I'll be there to induct them. Yeah, and make sure they don't let them back out of town. We'll keep them down there.
Will the bust have hair or no hair?
Though, you know what?
Mullet.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, no doubt. We can do whatever with Photoshop now, right? We can make you skinny. We can do lots of things, that we couldn't do 20 years ago. Yeah. Okay, what was I talking about? About we're done with Toller, okay, and now I got to contend with his wife this weekend. Because the NCHC, we're playing the Nacho this weekend. We got Cece coming in, and Toll's wife Verna. She is the queen of the Nacho, the National Collegiate whatever association they are, and so got both Tollers this weekend. But our group, it's like I told you, like I should be. Yeah, I should be down in the dumps, and I'm not because we got a bunch of guys that are giving it everything they got. They're doing the best they can. We have 8 first-year guys in the lineup. What does that mean? Hey, you get 20-year-old freshmen, Frank. You don't got young kids in there. No, but these guys come in, even when they come in from juniors, it's amazing what in college, what happens to freshmen between their freshman and sophomore year. Everybody's got big-time strength and conditioning coaches. We've got one here with Drew Bodette, and they don't have the man strength that the veteran players do, and they get run down. They get worn down, and we came out with a tremendous amount of energy and got a lead on Friday, and we battled to the end, and Canisius came back, went ahead, and we tied the game and went into the overtime and didn't get decided, and we got into another 3-on-3 and shootout and found a way to get an extra point in that game. And interesting enough, afterwards, like we're talking, Coach Doyle and I are talking on the way back and with Ben Kinney, and Joe just said, Carl, we expended a tremendous amount of energy tonight, and we're coming back with the same group, and I like how much juice, how much battery acid are some of those young guys going to be able to have on the second night. And I can tell you can feel it on the bench when guys are into it, and you can feel it because you can't feel nothing when they ain't into it. And they were into it, and they were giving it everything they got. But Canisius just they had another cylinder than we had, and we ended up losing the game 1-0. But Canisius did outplay us in that game. We could have stole a point if we would have found a way to score a goal. Alex Schilling was tremendous in the net, but we were a court low in that game on Saturday. Canisius did outplay us. They outchanced us and found a way to get a tight win. But again, I don't know what else to say other than we're doing the best we can with what we got. I'm proud of our guys. Their attitude is great. Their effort is great. They're really a good group to coach. To be honest with you, I talked to Joe this morning, and I said, like, right now, if it wasn't for the spirit of the group, I would quietly, I wouldn't be saying it publicly, but I'd be saying to myself, I can't wait till the season ends. But I can't do that because I just can't go there because the spirit of this group is so good. You can't. How can you give up on guys that refuse to give up? I mean, you can't. And so, you come in and you're optimistic, and we're going to get through this week. We're going to play C this weekend, and then we've got 4 more games before the playoffs, and we'll stick with it. And we're going to stick with it. It's what we do. That's what we get paid to do. But it makes it a lot easier, and it makes it a lot more fun when you've got a motivated classroom, and we do.
For Pulver, what was he actually diagnosed with last week?
You know what? I don't know what it actually was. It was like, I'll go technical. I'll give you it was a lower body something or other, and the injury wasn't as severe as we thought it was originally. Obviously, yeah. Well, I'd be shocked if you didn't see him out there on. When do we play? Friday. Yeah, Friday. And that's another good thing. Actually, I talked to Javi today, and they're beat up and down too. I mean, that's the good news. Somebody in town's probably going to get a win this weekend. And our records are about exactly the same. And they're struggling with injuries and this and that too. And it's a good time. Where I was going with it is it's probably not going to be a bad thing for us to be playing. I just told you, from Friday to Saturday, how our guys. I just thought we got physically worn down a little bit because when you play that hard and with that kind of intensity, it's hard to maintain, especially when you don't have that man strength. So one good thing about this weekend, we're playing on Friday, and then we're not playing again till Monday. That's probably not a bad thing for us. And if you talk to Javi, he might say the same thing.
For you guys, this Pikes Peak Trophy, has it ever been this where both teams are really struggling coming into this rivalry? Has that ever happened before? And if so, what do you guys kind of say to each other when you guys both teams are struggling right now?
With who say?
With CC.
You and CC. What do I say to them?
Yeah. What do you say to the team in terms of hey, you guys we're a struggling team, but they're a struggling team, and even though it's a rivalry game,
you know what? We're not dwelling. Honest to God, we're not dwelling on the fact that we're struggling win-loss wise, just because why go there? And to me, that's a glasses half empty approach on it. We've got to go with the glasses half full, especially, and just got to keep saying, guys, we got to keep plugging. Bottom line, if we can score a couple power play goals, I mean, we play pretty well defensively. We're pretty well coached, like I told you, and that ain't me. That's my assistants, and we got Alex Schilling in the net, and Alex has proven, week in and week out that more times than not he's going to give us a chance to win every night. So we're not going with the we're struggling things. We're going with we just need to keep an ascension. We need to get better and better and better. And another thing that we talked about with the group is we said we were going to flush the losses, and as long as we're playing hard, we're tidying things up, we're eliminating mistakes. We're not going to dwell on the law if we lose, and we're going to move forward and ultimately preparing ourselves to be that playoff team that we want to be. But with that, as we get closer, we play CC, then we play Mercyhurst, and then we win RIT. All this ascension, all this, chipping away, eliminating mistakes, tidying things up. We need some of that to result. We need to see some of that on the scoreboard, because if we think we're just going to get to the playoffs and all of a sudden we're going to flip a switch and things are going to be different, that's probably not going to be the case. So as we get closer, we need to start getting rewarded on the scoreboard for our efforts.
I'm curious have you gone to Falcon Stadium and see how the NHL setting everything up?
I haven't. No, I just got back. I got back late last night. Actually, Coach Doyle had his flight canceled. He went through Chicago. I never go through Chicago. I went through Baltimore, which is geography-wise is not from Buffalo to Denver. Baltimore ain't as the crow flies, and ain't a straight line. But you got a better chance of getting here than the going through Chicago in the winter. So actually, Coach Doyle's just landed about an hour ago, and I got back like at 6 o'clock last night. I actually saw the lights on when I was driving into Glen Eagle, but I haven't been down there.
I know everyone's dealing with injuries, especially this point of the season. But do you think maybe just playing CC and then playing in the outdoor game on Monday maybe will, I don't know, get your team back on track, so to speak?
Well, again, what's getting back on track? All you can do is your best, and all you can, like, in terms of your effort and your attitude. Like, it's not like, when it's all said and done, can we get good enough? Are we gonna be good enough? You know what I mean? So back on track. First of all, we're not the same team that we were personnel-wise 2 months ago, 3 months ago at the beginning of the season. We're a new team right now, and we're establishing a new identity, and we've had to reinvent ourselves, and so we're not going into it dwelling on the past. Again, hey, we went into Niagara. We got 2 of the 3 points on Friday, and we lost 1-0 on Saturday. And we gave it everything we got. We did, and we just didn't get a goal on Saturday. Hey, they only got 1. So this weekend we're turning the page. We got Colorado College in a rivalry series. Let's have a good week and take our swings again. And so we're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to providing this experience, having this experience for the kids that we have in our room right now. And feel sorry for the ones that are injured. For the ones we lost to other reasons, not so much. But looking forward to this experience this weekend. For all of us, it's a historic game. It's a historic game in our community. I talked to Javi this morning about it, and that this series is all about the Pikes Peak Trophy. It's all about the Pikes Peak Trophy. But that game on Monday is bigger. It's bigger than even that. It's a historic game, and we're gonna at the end of the game we're gonna get a picture out at center ice with both teams for history, and hey, we're gonna fight tooth and nail just like we do every weekend, just like they do every weekend. And but at the end, we're going to get together. We're going to take a picture and put that one in the books the way it needs to be put in the books.
And then drop the gloves.
And drop the gloves. And drop the gloves. No, we don't drop the gloves in college hockey. You can't fight in college hockey. If you fight in college hockey, it's worse than a life sentence, that the people get in the real world for doing bad things. No, there's no fighting in college hockey. You just chop the other guy in the top of the foot where it hurts, or you chop between his glove and his elbow pad. That's how you do it. Yep.
Now we know.
Yes, now you know.
You said this is a team that doesn't quit, that doesn't stop fighting, and gives it their all every night. But do you bother mentioning there is no room for error with to get the Pikes Peak Trophy back with this 2-game series? They have to win both,
right?
Or they have to win the series. Do you bother mentioning that? Or
they know.
They know.
They know. And to be honest with you, with me, it's not even a discussion. It's not even a discussion until we win on Friday. It's not even in the discussion, because we got to win that thing back, and we play in 2 games. It's not a 1-game deal. So the degree of difficulties, it's not easy beating them once. It's not easy for them to beat us once. It's even more difficult for each team to beat the other one 2 in a row. So we're going to go in on Friday and get down on the World Arena on that big sheet. And that's another thing. We talked about not playing again until Monday. You're skating you skate like a game and a half's worth, what you'd skate on our rink. When you widen things out like that, the territory that the players have to cover is so much more expansive than it is on an NHL rink. So we'll play that one, and then we'll have a a fun experience on Saturday. The players we're gonna practice, and then they're gonna go to the NHL game. We're hoping that we can get on the outdoor rink for a short practice on Sunday. We're hoping, and we obviously both Colorado College and us. We have Nick Kiger's working with the NHL people on that, and then we've got a 5 o'clock tilt on Monday. So yeah, it's exciting, it's fun, and again, like this is you got our team, and obviously at this point in time, it's not. On paper, not one of the better Falcon teams you've seen over the last 15 years. Not one of the better Tiger teams that on paper at this point in time that you've seen over the last 15 years. But both teams compete hard. They play in a tough conference, and they battle tough foes every weekend. And our league has come a long ways, and it's much the same way. But to everybody out there, this is. I think this game on Monday, it's just it transcends a lot of things. And if you're listening to this out there, I think you need to circle Monday on your calendar, and you need to get out there. And there may not be another hockey game played in Falcon Stadium in our lifetime. And I'd really like to see, we all would like to see the community civically embrace this and come out and get as many people in Falcon Stadium as possible and cheer for your favorite local team. Chances are, it's not, the weather's not going to be too warm. Chances are it's not going to be too cold. An outdoor game in Colorado, after I've been to one in Soldier Field in Chicago, which took me out of the stands after 20 minutes. Another one in Minnesota at TCF Stadium. My brother had guys darn near get frostbite in their outdoor game up in Bemidji last year. I mean, what a great venue, and what a great part of the country and climate and all those things to be able to have an outdoor game. Like I said, chances are, hopefully that the weather is cold enough to have good ice and warm enough where people can stay comfortable if they're dressed appropriately. But what an opportunity, and don't pass on this. The tickets are $25, and I can't think of a better way to spend $25, in terms of entertainment and that type of thing, than to come out and see something that like I said, in our lifetime, we may never see again.
Bit of an odd segue. But you have a double agent in Ty Pochopinski. So he played for CC last year temporarily. How has he met expectations this year?
We love him. I love him. The kid. He doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what his voice sounds like. I don't think he's not like he. I don't think he just nods his head, shakes his head. He doesn't say anything. He's a man of few words, but he's a man of substance. He just comes to work every day. That kid, he's just a little hockey player. Hockey's in his veins. Hockey's in his blood. His dad, Trevor, was a heck of a hockey player down at Colorado College. And this kid's been an absolute joy to have around. He is a very useful player. Like, his greatest strength is that he doesn't really have a weakness. Like, he is pretty good at everything. He's a good skater. He's got good hockey sense. He's got a good skill set. He's a great teammate. The guys love him. He must talk to them. For whatever reason, it didn't work out down there, and I'm sure sometimes things just don't work out. And CC, it's a different animal down there. They're a scholarship school and that type of thing. I really don't know what the situation was. They didn't have anything when we asked him to get a release for him. They had zero issues with him. Hey, don't kid yourself. I asked Javi and RJ, what's the deal? Why didn't this kid work out? We don't want to bring a problem into our program. They go, hey, zero issues with him as a kid, zero issues, quality kid, that type of thing. And we had recruited him actually at the same time CC did. We wanted him to come in this year. We wanted him to play an extra year. CC brought him in a year early, and I think that played the biggest part. You can ask him, but I think that played the biggest part in him deciding to go to CC originally over Air Force. But with that, we couldn't be happier to have him. Like, he is just, like I said, he's a he's going to be one of those guys. He's going to get 3 years here, and he's one of those guys you don't have to coach him very much because the game just comes naturally to him. Obviously, his dad's a coach. His dad was a really good player, so he's the son of a player. He's the son of a coach. His dad coached youth hockey and that type of thing, and he gets the game. He understands it. He's a guy that. He plays a bottom six role in terms of our 12 forwards. He's in our bottom six, and he's a really, really good bottom six guy, regular shift, penalty kill type guy, dependable defensively. But he's also got a good enough skill set and good enough hockey sense where we can play him with our best guys, and he's not going to break the chain. So no, we couldn't be happier to have Ty on our roster, and I'm sure, hey, for a lot of reasons, it's going to be a big game for him and his family this weekend, not just at the World Arena, but at Falcon Stadium as well.